Lee was taking us into the studio and talking about how he got the drumming gig on what was supposed to be, and Bob Daisley has said this many times, was originally positioned as a band called Blizzard of Oz.
Yes, it was. We both agreed. Me and Bob and Randy were very tight, all of us together, because basically we were the ones always in the studio, always committed and doing the drums, the bass, the guitars, the mixing, the production. We were always there, me and Bob especially. And so it was the magic, which it was a magic, make no bones. There was an incredible magic between me, Randy, and Bob that was put into Ozzy, and it suited Ozzy like a glove. What we wrote and what we came up, the way we produced it, the way we made it,
it's timeless. I mean, it still sounds as good now as it did when the records first came out.
Yeah,
the production, what Max Norman brought to it, the whole thing.
Well, Max was such an cued in with us engineer. Anyway, I digress.
But let me ask you before I forget, because I know we're jumping around here. But just while we're in this period, I have to ask you this: what are your
hands? My God!
We're live on the air now, so you give us a second. What were your impressions of Randy Rhoads when you met him?
Can I swear?
Yes.
Fuck me. What a player.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was in for, and that's why I'll carry on. As I said, what happened was, I said, no, let's do I Don't Know. And so we did, the thing, and I went, and all I said, Randy just turned around and went, we got ourselves a drummer! And I just looked at Bob and I went, this guy, fuck is he, And Bob's going, yeah, and it was just uncanny. That sound we had just without any rehearsal, then I was getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
And I knew that we had a magic, something. And then when we were in the studio, we were given carte blanche. We were given all the freedom we wanted. No one was there. We were just left by Don and David Arden. Sharon wasn't involved in it at that time for the Blizzard of Oz. We said, they came up and said, well, the album's sounded really good. What are we going to call it, and what do we want to call the band? And Bob said, Blizzard of Oz. Great name. Ozzy Osbourne's Blizzard of Oz. He always came up with great ideas, Bob. And they said, okay. So that was done by the by and went on. And then when we came out and finished it, I believe it was Don Arden went over to America and it just took off. He pursued it to the point where this record, Mercury, said, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was Mercury said, we love it, we want it, we'll have it. And it went boom. Just boom.
But it ended up coming out on Jet Records, which was Don Arden's.
Yeah, but of course it's like Jerry Bronze Records via Mercury, via Warner.
Right.
I don't know the politics of those things, but anyway, it started taking off, and then Don said, "Right, so you got to go in and record another one right away now."
Very quickly.
Yeah, you've got to record another. I want two in the back because you're going to be working so hard. If your ass is not going to be touching the ground. So I said, "Oh, great! I was loving that. Just feel the popularity and fame come back." And I just went, "Yeah." So we went in and we started writing, and we wrote this album. And I just said to Bob, "We're uncanny. Us three are uncanny. We like each other. We get on so well, and we all listen, and we all have respect." I mean, I get on the piano, and I play a piece. And Randy was playing some parts of it, and I was going, and he goes, what's that, Lee? That's an idea I was coming up with for a solo part when you're about to do solos in one of the songs. He went, I like that. Not only would he play that, he'd play his idea on top of that, and it would go through the roof, surpass it. Those were the things that we did. No, nobody held us back. It was no, I don't like that. Right. Oh, I'm not playing that. Right. It was just go for it. And you can hear it on the, I mean, that's why I believe those albums stand the test of time.
Yeah. Yeah, they really do. They're an what the four of you guys created on those two records to this day. I mean, needless to say, I talked to Bob about this the other day. Crazy Train is everywhere. I mean, to this day, it's played constantly at every sporting event, everywhere you go. It's literally everywhere, seemingly. And the other tracks, I mean, just two iconic records.
The introduction to I did the triplets to Over the Mountain.
Over the Mountain, yeah.
That was done. So I got a phone call from a friend of mine in Florida saying, "That's the drumettes are playing it now in the final, the football final. They're playing that beginning."
Yeah, your drum over the mountain.
I went, what? To me, that's an honor.
Yeah, that's amazing.
20 drummers going, you know. Yeah, I'll be going, get it on.
How many live shows did you end up doing with that band, you personally?
We did an English tour.
Yeah.
And which was extremely successful. It was really, really good. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 8, I think, from England all the way up to Scotland. And then Wales. We didn't do Touch Island, but it was an excellent band. I mean, it was so hard to drop.
Yeah.
And, 8 shows. And then we got replaced because basically Sharon was then taking over the idea of the band because David Arden couldn't run us. He found me and Bob too strong, too knowledgeable in our... Well, we've been in the business then.
Right.
In the business, 20 years.
Right.
So we knew everything was going on and what was good and what was bad. So we weren't going to roll over, like, oh, here's your contract, the size of the bloody Bible, you know, Gideon's Bible, about that thick. I said, no, I don't want a contract. I'm not signing that. It's a load of crap.
Yeah.
And in the end, Sharon came over and started looking after us. And she was a sweetheart to start with. Really, really lovely. And she just got us all together. And she said, right, this is it. We're going to America. I was happy. Chuffed to death. And Ozzy said, yeah, okay. She said, you're going to have to do 2 shows a night to start with. And Ozzy looked at her and he went, and he went full to one side. We went out from the bar, away from the bar, and he just went, I can't do 2 shows, Lee. I can't do 2 shows.
What were they talking about, doing like a matinee and a late show?
2 shows back to back. So literally, you know, from 7:30 to 9, and then from 9:30 to 10:30.
Wow.
And I've done it a few times with your heat just to keep to get the popularity, keep going. And it didn't worry me so much, but Ozzy couldn't do his voice, he wouldn't take it. So he said, you got to tell Sharon. You got to tell Sharon that I can't do it. So I said, okay, as long as you stand by me, I'll go and be that spokesman. I went to Sharon, I said, Sharon, I'm sorry, love. There's no way Ozzy's going to do it. He won't do it. And I said, there's no point in us doing 2 shows. If we can't get it across on 1 show, what's the point of us being there? And she said something like, well, when I say shit, you jump on the shovel. I said, it don't work that way with me, Sharon. And that's when we had our big first argument.
So he dispatched you to tell her.
And then denied everything about it.
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
Bless him. So we got our own back. When we were walking, we were doing our normal walks just to get out from the studio because it was driving us mad.
Yeah.
And we were walking in the fields. And Bob went to me, whispered to us. I said, what, nuclear war? And I went, nuclear war? And when now? And Ozzy went, what? And he panicked. And he kept just going up to us and, what war, what's going on? I said, no, I don't want to tell you, I don't want to frighten you. It may not be true. He was so scared, he was phoning up, trying to get a flight to anywhere.
Because he thought there was a nuclear war.
We just said, we set him up rotten so many times.
Oh, my gosh. Listen, I only want to keep you a couple more minutes, but I would be remiss if I didn't talk about all the years and albums you made with Uriah Heep, a band that in the U.S. never quite got, I don't think, as far as you got in England. They certainly had your fans and your tours.
We were bigger in America than England.
Really?
Absolutely.
See,
we were mega in America.
Really?
We had Kiss supporters, Foreigner supporters, Earth, Wind and Fire supporters.
Really? What year are you talking?
1972, 73.
See, I was too young to have known it then, so I wouldn't have.
Yeah,
no,
that was. We had
that. So early 70s. What you're doing arenas in the U.S.
Yeah,
with Uriah Heep?
we left. We started the tour supporting Deep Purple, and within 6 months we were doing our own arenas, and we were doing 10, 15,000. But everywhere you went, and you know how big it was with radio shows.
Yeah.
And you ended up on a bus or on tour, you could switch everywhere and you'd hear something.
Easy Living was the biggest song.
That's all we ever heard. Easy Living was huge.
Yeah.
And it took us right to a level. And we backed it up with a song called Stealing. And it got blitzed by the God Squad because it says, I done the rancher's daughter. And because of that single little verse, they banned it in so many shops that the do-gooders and the religious belt tried to stop it.
Right.
Made us 10 times more popular.
Oh, my God. That's always how it works.
We were bigger and bigger. Because of that alienation, they went, right, yeah. And we were huge. And we were doing major tours. And as I said, we had Foreigner supporters, Earth, Wind and Fire supporters, Rod Stewart, Equal Billing we had, and Kiss, when they first started, they supported us in Salt Lake City.
You remember?
In the Salt Palace. Yeah, because it was Gene and Paul came in and just said to us, can we use, our back line, or our effects? And I said, yeah, of course you can. If you're good, you'll kick us ass and get us off the ground. Yeah, go for it. Bloody hell. Oh.
You had no idea what was coming.
I went, what the? And I just could not believe it. And I just said, me and Mickey went, they're going to go mega. They are now mega. Look at them. What a great idea.
Yeah.
All that makeup, all them boots, and everything, the guitars and the fire. And I've stayed friendly, although I haven't seen him for, quite 30-odd years. I just got off, I spoke to Gene last week because I was going to come and interview him here, chat with him so he could film it. But unfortunately, they're up to their neck in work and he hasn't got the time.
Right.
So we're going to meet in England with him and Paul